really good. I think I might take a selfie. Let's see. Okay, everybody smile. Oh, wait a minute. Ready? Woo! Tech Wildcatters Pitch Day 2014. So, yeah, let's do a round of applause for that. Don't forget to do your social media. Hashtag is TWPitchDay. Take a bunch of pictures and everything and do all that. And I just want to say, oh, I probably should introduce myself. I'm Michaela Lassig. I'm the program manager for Tech Wildcatters. And I have been working with these 13 companies for the last 12 weeks. And they're so driven and passionate. It's been really great. They are going to have mentors introduce them today, but I'm excited to introduce my mentor, the CEO and founder and managing partner of Tech Wildcatters, Gabriella Drainey. Let's give her a round of applause.
Welcome back to the Granada Theater. Who in the audience was actually here for the very first pitch day in 2010? Go hands. All right. And who is this their first pitch day? First time. Wow. Very nice. Thank you for coming. So you guys go find the first guys and they'll tell you what we do. All right. Sweet. Okay, so this is what we're doing today. Presentations. We'll take a little bit of a break, and I believe there will be some Red Bull and other stuff in the back for you there. And then more presentations, and most importantly, happy hour. Alright, so this is 4 years in the making. Tech Wildcatters started with a vision of becoming, or really helping Dallas become one of the top 3 innovation and startup hubs in the world. It's a pretty big vision. So we decided to start with, let's just see what we can do if we give some startups a little bit of money, give them a whole lot of resources, top-notch mentorship from people who have been there, done that, CEOs who have led companies, and brought them to exit. And in the last 4 years, we've accelerated 52 companies. This current class has, well, we started with 14 startups. We are today presenting 13 companies. You might wonder where that one went. But funny enough, this is the very first time it's ever happened that we had 2 companies that, well, they found their soulmates. So they decided to merge, and I don't know if any of you know which teams this was, but if you want to tweet or Facebook your guests, we'll have some very special stuff for the people at Happy Hour, the first 20 to tweet or Facebook your guests or who the soulmates are. Just make sure it's a hashtag TWPitchDay and then soulmates, because why not? It's kind of fun. All right, 52 companies. Those 52 companies have raised over $40 million and are generating this year about $21 million in revenue. And then for the people who are investors out here, it might not be as important to you, but as a community building organization, we're very proud that they have created 225 jobs. So let's see. Last year, we actually expanded on our vision with our new partners, Carl and Clay, and the executive director for the newest program, Zycheck, Health Wildcatters. So we got to work with 12 more companies, and based on the name, I'm guessing you can kind of guess what the startups do. They're all healthcare based. So they've raised $3.4 million since November, and $3.7 million in revenue is what they're expecting to generate this year. We also expanded our GlobeStar program that we started with American Airlines in 2012. It's an international outreach program where we basically do 2-week intensive trips for international founders to Dallas, Silicon Valley. We added Vegas last year. It's been a lot of fun. We've had 43 different founders come through the program and many, many, many connections, which really establishes Dallas's place in the innovation ecosystem as truly a hub. So none of this would be possible without a very hard-working behind-the-scenes team. So you can see the ladies here, and where are Clarissa, Michaela? Are they all back here? Clarissa, Michaela, and Raquel. Yeah, they're all back here. Anyways, you'll see them. Yeah. But they're the ones that work their tails off every single day, and they're amazing, fun to work with, and work extremely hard. And if you try to steal them, I will find you. I stole them from other companies. But if you want to steal somebody, we've gotten to work with some amazing interns this year. So we do an internship program every time. We've had 5 full-time interns working with us. Well, not full-time, because they come from places like the Naval Academy and Highland Park High School. But I promise there were no teenagers harmed during the course of this program. I hope not, right? All right. We also have some really great community partners, and we wouldn't be here without the community and how it's built up. So thank you to the Innovation Greenhouse at UNT, and Launch DFW, Startup Digest, and of course the Dallas Entrepreneur Center. You guys help get more people here, you help us, we help you, it's a lot of fun, so thank you very much. But Tech Wildcatters really would not exist without the backbone. That's the mentors. They're the ones who do all the hard work to get these companies from what we saw a few months ago when they came in for Quick Pitch, unrecognizable from what you'll see here today. And honestly, it's really their hard work and their persistence and dedication that makes this happen. They donate not only their time, their talent, they also, many of them, put their money into these companies because they believe in them so much. So all of our mentors, can you please stand up? Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. We really appreciate you guys. I'm just floored, amazed, and eternally grateful to you for all of your time. We really appreciate it. Okay, and we also, we run an annual fund every year, so there's an expense allocation, but really it would not cover very much without our annual sponsors pitching in. In fact, I'd probably be out there still handing out your name tags if we didn't have these sponsors. So to all of our annual sponsors and today's program sponsors, Pitch Day sponsors, we really appreciate all the help and support. We look forward to working with you in the future, and thanks for also helping our companies. And with that, I've got 2 more quick little things. So first of all, each company will be introduced by one of their mentors. This is definitely kind of a position of honor. They're asked to find a mentor that really gave them the most support and see if they will introduce them on stage here today. And second, did you guys know that there was like some piece of legislation passed last year about pitching and stuff like that? Did you guys hear about that? Yeah, so we've checked with like every lawyer we can, and nobody knows what to do as far as, what we can put up there on how much people are raising and stuff like that. So what we've done is at happy hour, there's a VIP room, and that's specifically for accredited investors, so you can find out really how much money teams are raising from the ones that you're interested in and you like what they're doing. I'm probably going to get into trouble, but pretty much everybody has some sort of round open right now. So just keep that in mind. We just don't want to step on any toes, and we definitely don't want to be made an example of, because that would really suck. So with that, I'm going to introduce Dane. Where are you, Dane? All right. Those are tricky stairs. All right. He's going to introduce our first team.
Thank you very much. My name is Dane Marion. I'm the advisor to Rick and Andy of Pledge Sense. I'm a past founder and CEO of Crosspoint Ventures startup. I was recently selling it successfully. And before that, I had a very long career in Silicon Valley, working for other startups as well as for Steve Jobs and Eric Schmidt. This is my first year in Texas and first opportunity to work with Tech Wildcatters. It was Steve. Steve was very vocal about his assessment of K-12 education in this country. Even today, 75% of educators believe that funding in classrooms has gone down over the last 5 years. Today, you're going to hear that Pledge Sense is going to do something about it. I really am excited about these guys. I really do believe these guys are a wonderful investment. The founders are smart, articulate, and have a clear and crisp vision that they believe in. That's really important. Second, they have a product that is already there, and already working. Third, they have an install base that is already there and already growing. Fourth, they have a sales model that they developed that I've seen work. lastly, they're sitting on a $15 billion market that is mostly untapped. I'm very, very excited about these guys. I think it's an opportunity for all of us to do what Benjamin Franklin said, and that is, do well by doing good. Thank you very much.
Build flesh since worldwide, so let me take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how to help a kid in the town real near. In Central Houston, Texas, it was born and raised. Flex Sense is helping all the kids today with book bags, pencils, and calculators too, with just a little help from me and you. So help us make a pledge, it'll do some real good. Helping out the whole entire neighborhood.
Good afternoon. My name is Andy Shea-Severian, CEO and co-founder of PledgeSense.com. Budget cuts are stripping funds from our classrooms, forcing our hard-working teachers to spend more money out of their own pocket today than ever before. When teachers aren't spending money out of their pocket, they're resorting to the traditional bake sales and car washes to raise those funds. In fact, last year, public schools alone raised nearly $12 billion using these archaic fundraising techniques. And on top of that, teachers still spent $1.6 billion out of their own pocket. So we're saying in 2014, there isn't an easier or more effective way for our schools to raise funds and our teachers to save on out-of-pocket. Introducing Bake Sale 2.0. The vision behind PledgeSense is to provide more educational resources for every student around the world. And we're doing that today by truly democratizing educational funding at its core. Since our beta launch in April of 2013, we've been featured by publications such as US News, Huffington Post, TechCrunch as the new and innovative way for teachers to save on out-of-pocket expenses. To date, we've signed up 64 schools, we've raised over 48,000 crowdfunding dollars, and we've made a direct impact into the lives of more than 13,000 students nationwide. We've made it convenient for anybody to help a teacher reach outside of their local network utilizing social media directly from the cost page. We've made it easier for the donor, or as we refer to them, the investor, to make a direct impact in a classroom 1,000 miles away using their phone, tablet, or computer. Know exactly where their money is going, how it's being used, and who it's impacting. Our biggest differentiation from our main competitor, Donors Choose, is our vision. Donors Choose operates by allowing corporations to dictate what products are going into our classrooms, as evidenced by the fact that over 70% of dollars raised on their site are coming from corporations. Our vision is to flip the model, put the voice back into our schools and our teachers and allow them to voice their needs and empower our community to support them through grassroots crowdfunding. We've been able to grow this community of passionate individuals by selling more than 3,000 of our PledgeSense bracelets nationwide so far. Currently, we take 5 to 8% taken off the total raise, depending on if a cause meets or does not meet its monetary goal. And future revenue opportunities lie in add-on services, which we're looking to implement this upcoming school year, and leveraging data to corporate partners in the future. Our rockstar team is myself, Ricky Johnson, who's our CFO co-founder, also my best friend since 8th grade, and Andre Blues, our CTO. Our backgrounds are in hospitality and business, banking and finance, development and startups. But the three of us united because of our passion and our commitment towards providing a better education. We've aligned ourselves with an amazing education mentor team back in Houston with over 65 years of public, private, and charter school experience. The most notable inclusion to this team, Mike Feinberg, the co-founder of Kids School, the largest charter school network in the country. We refer to Mike as the Michael Jordan of ed reform. Our goal by the end of next school year is to have more than 4,000 causes on our site. And when I mean causes, I'm referring to teachers raising funds for anything in the school or classroom, such as pizza parties, supplies, field trips. And we're going to have those teachers come on and create those causes to bring in over $4 million crowdfunding dollars through our site by the end of next school year. And we're going to do this through a unique acquisition model that allows us not to focus on onboarding 4,000 schools, but onboarding 210 schools, creating teacher advocates within each school and allowing them to leverage their powerful teacher network to creating more causes. We'll incentivize them through referral programs. To give you an example, we gave a Houston area teacher 1 week to onboard as many teachers from her school in creating a cause on our site. For every cause created, we put $50 back into her existing cause. After that 1 week trial, we had 8 new causes on the site and $400 back into her existing cause. This unique acquisition model will allow our cost of customer acquisition to tremendously deplete over the next 3 years while seeing the number of causes exponentially rise over that same 3-year period. We're going to grow our team this year with 2 teacher ambassadors who have established relationships and networks within education. And we're going to focus our strategies and marketing dollars towards proven successful strategies this past year, which will allow us to bring over $4 million crowdfunding dollars by the end of next school year. We've validated the concept. We have an amazing team behind us, including Mike Feinberg. We have relationships with strategic national partners who are going to put us in front of thousands of people this upcoming school year. The power now is in your hands to join us in making the difference, because every cent really does count. Thank you.
Hello, I'm David Humphrey, the CEO of DTH Capital Ventures. All throughout human history, many of the most powerful inventions, the most profitable inventions, have been inventions that created new ways for people to interact with each other. Until 1876, there was no way to talk to people who weren't physically present. And then Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Created a dramatic new way for people to interact with each other. And it opened up amazing new possibilities for people and for businesses. And the Bell Telephone Company, now known as AT&T, made Alexander Graham Bell and his investors very wealthy. Until 2004, there was no easy way for you to update your friends and contacts about your daily activities, or to tell them about all the things you liked. And then Mark Zuckerberg invented Facebook. Facebook also created a dramatic new way for people to interact with each other and opened up amazing new possibilities for people and for businesses. And Facebook made Mark Zuckerberg and his investors very wealthy. You're about to hear about another new invention that has the potential to create a dramatic new way for people to interact with each other. It has the potential to open up amazing new possibilities for people and for businesses. And, like Facebook and the telephone, it has the potential, if it can be successfully commercialized, to make its investors, well, let me introduce Mirza Muftik and YouAR.
Hi everybody. Thank you, David, for that amazing introduction. So, it's all about the point of view, and let me tell you why. We enable people to be at 2 or more places at the same time. Did you ever have to be at 2 places at the same time? Did you ever have to be somewhere but didn't feel like making the trip? Now, I'm sure you all did. So we started thinking how we can gain from that pain. How we can have an extension to ourselves somewhere else while still being here. Cloning and teleporting were the obvious competitors, but we came up with something even better. It's called YouAR, Live Interactive Point of View Video Service. My name is Mirza. I'm the CEO and co-founder of YouAR, and I'm going to walk you through this amazing technology. We serve as a link between the user and the streamer, a software platform that streamers use to stream their point of view in real time with any compatible hardware. And users, on the other end, use it to see what the streamers see, hear what they hear, and at the same time, control the actions of the streamer by providing voice commands. Do this, do that, go here, look there, etc. And that is how it can be at 2 places at the same time. Now suppose you could see through the eyes of another human being. Suppose you can talk to them live, in real time, and tell them what to do. Maybe an engineer in an important machine in your factory has stopped working. What if you could see through the eyes of your technicians on site and talk them through the repair process? Or what if you could hire someone anywhere in the world to run an errand for you while you navigate him or her from your home or office? Or maybe you just stopped working while your daughter is performing in a school play. Would you like to be able to see her looking through the eyes of someone who's there in the audience? YouAR delivers all of these things and so much more. There are services available that stream some kind of video content, but YouAR is the only one that packs all the key features needed for live, interactive point of view video streaming. We allow streamers to create and publish interactive events on the platform. Choose if they want to be controlled by a single user or stream their point of view to many others. They can even monetize by setting a price for participation. And the streaming is done in high-definition video with latency of around a second worldwide, which is crucial for interaction. No other service allows these features. So if you want to stream your point of view and also have that interactivity without latency worldwide, YouAR is your go-to service. This is the perfect platform for live point of view streaming with hardware like Google Glass and other similar wearables. Google alone is anticipating selling 21 million units in the next 3 years. So once people get sick and tired of reading texts and emails on that puny screen from glass, they will start to think, how can I utilize the most valuable feature, the point of view camera? And that is where we come in again. Our current focus is B2B, but we see a huge potential for this technology in B2C, and we intend to pursue it within the next 2 years. Our first collaboration was with the car brand Mini. They've equipped their sales personnel with point of view cameras to allow customers who don't feel like going to the store to experience the cars in the showroom as if they were there in person. So you can sit on your couch in your tighty-whities and still tell the salesperson to walk over to that red car, sit inside, pop the trunk, and whatever you want to tell them. This engages the customer in a unique and personalized way. Our recent deal is with a worldwide construction company called Altera International. Their pain was having a part of their team of project managers and architects in headquarters in Turkey, while operating on various sites all over the world. Their team needed to be updated on the progress and problems from each and every site on a regular basis. Because of that, they were flying a lot, which meant a lot of money spent on travel and wasn't very comfortable for the team. Now they're using YouAR on 2 construction sites here in Dallas for their team to be present from headquarters in Turkey. Our revenue model is pretty simple. On the business stream, we offer a monthly or a yearly license. And on certain B2B2C streams, we can even charge a percentage on the event's revenue. The dream team. I am a serial entrepreneur with over 15 years of experience in managing companies. Our COO veteran has over 10 years of experience in business operations, while our CTO Ante has over 15 years experience in software development and live video streaming. Together, we're the perfect starting point to introduce YouAR to the world. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Carl Soderstrom, and I'm a co-founder of Health Wildcatters, an investor and mentor in Tech Wildcatters, and an active angel investor in the Dallas-Fort Worth community through an entity called Green Park Golf. I have the honor of introducing Zeppos to you today. Zeppos is an all-in-one cloud desktop, and Riley Moore, Chief Operating Officer of Zeppos, is going to tell you more about it. Riley?
My name is Riley Moore. I'm the COO of Zeppos Incorporated, and I'm here to tell you how we're going to change the world. Now, businesses are starting to solve a problem. We found ours in the SaaS market. That's software as a service. Let's look at the industry a little bit. Well, there are thousands of SaaS platforms. It's part of the $1.1 trillion cloud services market. And right now, it's experiencing a tremendous amount of growth. In fact, so much growth, most of the businesses you'll see here today are SaaS. Well, what's the problem? There's a tremendous lack of oversight. Well, what does that mean? You have all these services, these platforms that you use or companies use. You have your data spread all across the internet. You have no real way to manage it or to move it around, track it, have any idea of where it is. Well, with all this clutter, it makes the cloud a little cloudy. And that's where Zeppos comes in. We take you above the clouds. Let's look at an example. This is my friend Steve. Not actually a person, but for the sake of this, he is. He works at a small marketing firm in Dallas. And every day when he goes into work, he has to get on his computer and check his email. And his Dropbox, and platform after service, after platform, after service, platform, service, service, platform. And before he's had his coffee, before he's actually got any work done, he's already spent an hour just figuring out where he needs to be, where things are for that day. Well, with us, he's got one simple login and the Zeppos dashboard. It brings the services, the platforms he uses and his company uses to one simple, easy-to-use website that allows him to transfer data easily across them with the drag and drop functionality and see the important things. He can set up, maybe he needs to see his Google Drive or his Dropbox, or he needs calendar notifications. It's up to him what he sees, and instead of having to spend an hour searching through everything, he sees it in the first few seconds after he logs on. Now here's Carl. Carl's the IT professional at said same company. What Steve doesn't know is that since he's been taking so much time to get any work done, he's going to get fired. Carl here is tasked with maintaining his company's computer systems, but also making sure their data is secure. Well, since Steve likes to use his company's programs, but also some of the programs he's personally accustomed to, such as Dropbox and Google Drive, there's no real way for Carl to manage that data, make sure it's all secure and not just out there all over the internet. Well, with the Zeppos business tools, Carl here can give Steve, or could have given Steve, business accounts of all the software platforms he's used to using and wants to use. BYOD is trending, that's bring your own device. People in businesses want to use the programs they're comfortable with, not some corporate tool they've never heard of. Carl here, with the Zeppos tools, has the oversight to manage that data, open accounts, close accounts, and make sure his company's assets aren't at risk in the hands of people, just in their own personal devices, and getting lost across the internet. How do you make money off of this? Well, consumer side, there are people that are going to want to use this platform. All the tech-savvy people have lots of accounts they want to manage. And with a freemium market at a 2% adoption, pays for all the 98% of users that are using it for free. The real money comes in from the company side. We allow corporates to use the programs they want to use, but still have the level of data side that comes with data oversight, that comes with corporate tools that are significantly more expensive than a lot of the free, cheap, and popular products. Where are we right now? Well, we've got a closed beta. We're getting consumer feedback from a select few individuals. We finished our penetration testing and are moving on to an open beta soon. What do we need? Well, you got to keep the lights on. You need servers running to make sure everyone can access the website at any time of day, even the busiest times. More important, we need marketing. We need to get the Zeppos name out there. We need people to know who we are and what we can provide to them. Most importantly, we need an all-star team that will allow Zeppos to live up to its full potential. Well, we already have two of the stars. TJ Mose is the CEO. He's a tech whiz, computer guru. and the serial entrepreneur. He can get things done. Then there's me. I'm an engineer, organizational, operational expert, and I'm just good at making friends. The rest of the team, we want a security guy, someone who really knows how to keep your data safe. We need a UI UX developer to ensure that the experience is smooth and almost fun. We need a marketing guru to sell us to companies and to the internet. And eventually, we need either an analytics expert or an analytics team to get the amazing amount of data that we have as a program that would encompass hundreds of platforms. 3 months, we're looking to onboard 5 businesses. 6 months, we're going to have built-in collaboration tools. 9 months, we become profitable at roughly at a 25K monthly inflow. And in 12 months, we want to start our analytics program to start providing valuable data to the platforms that we onboard. That's us. We're Zeppos. We take you above the clouds.
Good afternoon. I'm Todd Begut. I've been part of the Tech Wildcatters program since the early days of 2010. It's great to see it transform over the years into a bigger and better venue for the community here. This next company, Nexen, caught my eye based on some of the core characteristics they have. A little bit about myself. I get involved in early stage exit positioning. I worked with companies over the last 7 years. I've built and exited 3 companies, working on my 4th. And as part of that process, I always look to 3 or 4 fundamental elements. I think Nexen has some of the core elements, and if you look closely behind the scenes of what they have, they are positioned in a very, very dynamic market, a big market, a market with a lot of problems for the big guns and big companies out there. Klaus is a very charismatic individual, very technical individual, and I think you'll really enjoy what they have to offer here. So this is Klaus and Nexen.
Hi everybody, my name is Klaus. I'm the founder of Nexen, and we hate passwords. Let me ask you something. Just in the last week, how many of you have forgotten a password and have to reset? Yeah, it's terrible. So you have to go through the I forgot the password thing, and it sends you an email, and you have to click on things, and it's a pain. And sometimes there's rules about what characters you have to use, and it's terrible. And you end up writing it down so you can actually remember these things. In addition to that, it seems like weekly that there's a breach somewhere. It was only yesterday that eBay announced that they had a big breach, so we're all going to be asked to change our eBay passwords. You've all heard about Hotbleed, which was leaking passwords as well. And of course the big Target hack, which was really about getting to your credit card numbers, but the root cause of how they got in and everything was because the password was hacked. So this is a real problem. It turns out that 76% of all cyber attacks are actually caused by the passwords getting hacked. And that's totaling a $300 billion a year kind of problem. And that affects hundreds of millions of people. So to solve this problem, you have to balance convenience and security. And we sometimes store the password in the browser, or we use special password vault pieces of software to store things, which doesn't really solve the security of it. For security reasons, so sometimes they add second factor authentication, which sometimes it's these little hardware things with a little number on it. Sometimes they text you a message that you have to enter, or it's a phone-based thing. But it's also something in addition to the password. You have the password, and in addition to that, you have to do this next step, which is really inconvenient. So what if you could do both, make it convenient and secure at the same time? So here I am wanting to log into my online QuickBooks account, Now we do want to replace passwords, but they could still choose to still have the passwords there. But you could then take your phone, you point it at the screen, you enter a PIN code, and then you log in. So what happened here was not that the phone was sending back the user ID passwords. There is no user ID password anymore. This is a cryptographic challenge response that happens. You have to have your phone, and you have to know that PIN, so it's a dual factor login. And you did not need to know the user ID password for this particular place. This is called authentication. An authentication market, the authentication market is about a $3 billion market this year, growing about 19% a year. You can recognize some of the companies at the bottom here. RSA is the market leader with about 20% of the market. And these guys are all stuck in this old kind of way of doing things. Forrester is doing a very good job at comparing authentication solutions. They actually have a framework of 26 different features that they compare. And when you compare our solution to everything else, hands down, we're better than everything else. This shows a small subset of this comparison matrix. The last row here refers to the fact that we can show that even if our servers are completely hacked and taken over by an attacker, you can still not forge a authentication, which is pretty powerful. In addition to being better than everybody else, we also have 3 pending patents on the aspects of how we are better and different than everybody else. They were filed about 2 years ago. They're still pending, but we have high confidence that they will issue, and when they do, that they will matter. We've been around the block before on patents, and this is not the first rodeo. So Bill Parrott, myself, and the founders, we went through a very successful startup called Efficient Networks. We actually did a pivot in that company, which was before a pivot was called a pivot, and eventually IPO'd and was acquired by Siemens for $1.5 billion, and we had an awesome advisory board. So we're going to bring a authentication as a service product to market, and we will continue to protect our IP. We will partner up with an established vendor and promote the adoption that way. And in this space, there's been a number of acquisitions. This is just over the last year, a subset of those. The last one is interesting. The Slit login was bought by Google back in February, and it just so happens that we're pretty sure that one of our patents is covering what they're doing. So we are Nexen. If you hate passwords as much as we do, come talk to us later. Thank you.
Good afternoon. For those who don't know me, my name is David Stamen. I'm a long-term mentor and investor here at the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and like Todd, have been a part of Tech Wildcatters since its first days. Distinctly remember the pizza and beer shows of looking for an office and trying to find a home for us. So I'm very excited to see this program where it stands today. I was also the Chief Privacy and Security Officer for a company called Electro that was acquired by Oracle about a year ago. And now I'm just returning back to work, actually about 30 days ago. You're probably kind of wondering why I'm telling you a little bit about this. I was actually in New York this week. In fact, I flew in this morning. I got up at 4:30 New York time to come in for the show today. So I've wasted about half my day already. Now, the second half is not a waste. Obviously, I'm here with a lot of family and friends and having a great day. But I think, like most of you guys, and like myself, by tomorrow I'm going to be sitting down doing a lot of phone calls and emails. When I landed this morning, however, my wife dropped the dreaded time burglar on me, which was, we need to drop the minivan off at the dealership tomorrow. Crap. All right. So, and it turns out there's recall situations that are ongoing, but if you take a look at most of your schedules and mine, I've got children. I've got a pretty packed day tomorrow. I've got to get the kids to school by 8:30, at the summer I need to find to get the car dropped off for her, doctor's appointments, and tons of other things. But as you guys know, dropping a car off at a dealership is not the best thing because you never know when you're going to get it back. In fact, probably by about 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the good phone calls, going to get my car ready, and somewhere in there they're going to say, yeah, we'll get it back to you on Saturday or Monday. The next company that you're about to hear from, My Dealer Service, has found a way to solve this problem, has found a way to allow me to focus on what's more important in my day, and that's my children and my wife and our sort of things that are ongoing within our household. So with that, I'd like to introduce to you the CEO and co-founder of My Dealer Service, Mr. John Wassi.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Rossi. I'm the CEO and co-founder of My Dealer Service. Today's a special day for me because it's my grandfather's 89th birthday. So I'm very honored to be here. So owning a dealership or a service center has its challenges. The technology is outdated, and a lot of the existing companies are not using technology. There's not currently a mobile-friendly solution for dealerships or service centers to use, which means they're not able to update their customers in real time. Service centers and dealerships are also looking for very competitive ways for customer retention and customer loyalty. And finally, dealerships are trying to increase their CSI. Now, the CSI is a customer satisfaction index, and it's how manufacturers incentivize the dealerships every quarter for having a high customer experience. So for these solutions, or for these problems, we've created My Dealer Service, which is a web-based application that can be used at any service center or dealership nationwide. It allows a service employee to be mobile at their job. It streamlines their daily tasks and procedures. It allows them to communicate with their customers and engage. And most importantly, it's getting real-time feedback with our auto-generated survey. Now let me show you some of the features. When a customer comes in, the service employee is able to document all the maintenance issues for every car. That information is then uploaded to a website for the customer to look at. Our solution also allows service employees to take photos of any suggested parts or repairs. Those photos, along with documents such as invoices or estimates, are then uploaded to the cloud for employee or for service customers to approve in confidentiality. Next, we're capturing real-time feedback based on the customer's experience. Now, all of these features make for a very satisfied customer, and a satisfied customer increases the dealership or service center's bottom line. Now, let me tell you about, since we've been here at Wildcatters in just 90 days. 2 months in, we secured our first customer, which is City Garage. City Garage has been in business for 21 years in the DFW area. Take a look at the screen, please. This is how most service employees and dealership employees track their daily jobs. It's not very 2014 if you ask me. Now, we took what City Garage was doing and we brought in My Dealer Service. We've given Walt, their service manager, the ability to step away from his desk so he's not answering one call after another from people like us that want to know where our vehicle is and the repair status. Walt is able to take his mobile phone, use our web-based application, and document the maintenance for every vehicle that comes into his shop. Walt is now able to take his phone, send text messages real-time when he's talking to the technician at the point of the repair, so the customer knows what is going on with the vehicle. Walt's also able to take his cell phone to take pictures of suggested parts and repairs and send them to the customer, so the customer can better understand why he or she needs to approve a suggested part or repair. Finally, most importantly, we're capturing the customer feedback real-time with our auto-generated survey. Again, happy customers equal a better experience, which impacts the dealership's bottom line. So My Dealer Service is a web-based application that has no software or hardware requirements. It's 100% web-based. It works on any mobile device. It's a very seamless integration. And if you don't believe me, just ask Walt how happy he is that he no longer has to use pen and paper. He can get up from his desk, and he can actually work from anywhere in the building. So, is there competition? There is. A lot of these competitions are very big companies. They've been around for a very long time. but they're using outdated technology. They're not agile. They're not using current framework. What takes them months literally takes us days. It's teams like us that are innovative, that is using current technology and the current framework to be innovators in an industry that is about 7 years behind in technology. We don't require hardware or software. We don't require lengthy contracts. We don't have a proprietary software. And most importantly, we're not expensive. So, what does the market opportunity look like for a business like ours? Well, currently there's 137,000 dealerships, service centers, and collision repair centers just alone in the United States, which equals to a $1.6 billion market. And at $1,200 a month, that's some good money. What does the go-to-market strategy look like for My Dealer Service? It's by partnering with dealership consulting groups, such as the Ethos Group. Right now, the Ethos Group markets over 600 dealerships. They're based out of Irving, Texas. We're also going to target the top 100 mega dealers. So these are dealers that have multiple franchises all over the US. And finally, by attending the National Automotive Dealers Association conference every year. Our traction looks like this. In just 90 days, we've secured our first customer. There are 14 locations in the DFW area. We're projected to take our growth to 150 locations. Now, 150 locations may seem like a lot, but if you consider the average dealer has about 4 locations, we're only looking at about 38 to 40 actual customers. I've recruited an amazing team, and I'm proud to have all my guys here in front of me. We have over 30 years of software experience, design and development, using current technologies like Ruby on Rails. We have an amazing finance guy, and myself with over 9.5 years of dealership operations experience. We are the reason why those competition giants, why they are going to want to acquire us because of our mobile expertise. So, if you'd like to take a test drive, please take out your cell phones, text the letters MDS to the number on the screen, and you will see real time and experience what My Dealer Service does. Happy birthday, Grandpa. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay Reed. I work as a mentor this year for the Tech Wildcatters in association with Azalea Ventures. I'm up here to tell you about IC Code. They're awesome. But that's pretty general. I want to be specific. These guys have an incredible work ethic. It's staggering. I never see them before. Their developers have been known to be up to 48-hour marathons trying to solve complex coding issues. Also, their documentation and their patent work has been immense. But most importantly, what they do is game changer. They're about to completely demolish the way media moves products, and they absolutely have the knowledge, determination, and vision to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Yash.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jay. Reveal by IC Code is a revolutionary piece of software and a place for discovery that will revolutionize the way we perceive that television from today on. And we'll do that by using a device that every person in this room and on the planet have in their hands daily. A smartphone. Hi, my name is Rash and I'm the CEO and co-founder of IC Code. Imagine you're sitting in front of your television watching your favorite movie. Let's say James Bond. And then you see them. They're the coolest, the most awesome sunglasses you've ever seen. And now you just gotta have them. And now you wonder, how much do they cost? And especially, where you can buy them. Of course, you can go online and try it on Google. But this takes time and you'll probably even find it. For this reason, we created our solution called IC code, or Reveal. Reveal is a patent-pending image recognition software that will allow any viewer access any additional information about any product presented to them in any visual content. So you just simply take out your phone, point it to any screen, and you will be immediately redirected to a web page, store, your favorite social network, or to a page that looks like this, where all the items from that particular frame sequence are listed. And you can just buy them right there and then and share them with your friends. Reveal can be used in product placement, movies, music videos, and so much more. Basically, if you have a screen and if there's a content on it, you can reveal it. Our customers are content creators or content owners like ABC, NBC, and so on. To our viewers, we will provide a non-disruptive second screen solution. Basically, reveal it now, interact later. But to our customers, we will provide real-time analytics. That means that we will provide it not just for their buyers, but for their interested buyers. And just need a little bit of a push in the right direction. We will provide them also a whole new set of revenue streams and social networks. But the most important thing is that we will connect brands with customers through our platform. E-commerce market is a pretty big market. It's worth $231 billion. And TV advertising market is worth $70 billion. Well, almost 70, but it needs help. That's why the product placement is one of the fastest growing markets in film and TV. And Reveal is right there in the middle. We combine those three huge markets with just one single and simple scan. Our business model is business to business. And we will charge our customers a flat fee for the usage of our technology. We will charge them for every scan of their content. We will charge them extra for big data analytics. And if they're selling their merchandise through our platform, we will take commission. Because this is such a big and lucrative market, a handful of companies have tried this before, like eBay. A few years ago, eBay tried to connect brands with their customers or viewers, but they failed. Well, they failed because they wanted their customers to enter a zip code and a channel they're watching. And that's just too much work. And Shazam and Delivery Agent, they're using sound to communicate between devices. And that has its own pitfalls. Well, Reveal is different. We do not ask our users to enter any additional data. It's a simple point-and-click system. And we do not use sound to communicate between the devices. We use only visual input. So that means that our solution is faster. It works on the screens without any audio output. And it works on or even in the noisy places like this, bars, and airports. But Shazam had 350 million users and more than $300 million in gross sales just last year. Just imagine what Shazam did for music will do for any visual content. This is our team. This is the best thing you can imagine for this type of project. Ro and Mattia, they have combined experience of over a decade in image processing algorithms. And they studied in one of the best laboratories for image processing in Europe. Luca, our CMO, he was a go-to-marketing guy for the esports world champion team, Nami. And Christian, our COO, he is certified project manager with years of experience, and he worked in one of the biggest internet companies. And Ayash, CEO, well, that's me. I am a serial entrepreneur. I worked in the biggest advertising agency in Slovenia as a producer and copywriter, and I made a couple of MTV music videos. So if you have any other questions, And if you would like to test our technology by yourself, then shoot us an email and please review yourself.
Hello, my name is Greg Anderson. I'm a Dallas-based marketing and communications consultant and first-year mentor here with Tech Wildcatters. Before I launched my own agency, I had the opportunity to serve in leadership roles for the last 20 years with leading global brands, including Red Bull, Nike, and the Dallas Mavericks. Through that experience, I saw firsthand the power of great content and storytelling to build consumer passion around great brands. That's why I'm excited to share with you today a Dallas-based company, WhichBox Media, which has a revolutionary approach to storytelling. Their founder is originally from Germany. And like a fellow Dallas resident from Germany who's a bit taller, she and her team have a vision to change the game. So please welcome the co-founder, CEO, and chief maverick of WhichBox Media, Bettina Bennett.
I'm Bettina Bennett, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of WhichBox. And we help organizations to grow real passion for their brands through storytelling and through user-generated content. We believe that stories are everything. They connect us as human beings with each other, but also as people with brands. And organizations and brands of all sizes are starting to get that. They learn that we don't want to be sold or talked at anymore, but that they need to embrace social and community, that they need to become publishers, that they need to invite user-generated content and give us a voice, and of course that they need to live across all devices. Easier said than done, because when you look at the web and you look at stories, they're told in bits and pieces and fragments across the web. We believe that we have the solution to change the way brands connect with us. Let me show you an example. Fossil is one of our customers. They decided last year to launch a whole new customer experience with a lifestyle publication called 1010 Magazine. And they started it in their stores, added a print publication, and it all culminated in a community publication powered by WhichBox that would now not only allow them to tell their own brand stories with beautiful photography and in 6 different languages, but it actually now allowed them to invite the fans of their watch station brands to come and share their own stories in that same publication. So meet Jenny. She's not only a huge Fossil fan, but she's now able to share the love story of her great-great-grandfather, the pocket watch that he got from his bride, and the role that pocket watch has played in her family ever since, in that same publication together with the brand. And she's been able to do that using our patent-pending organic storytelling tools that allowed her to create multimedia content on the fly without having any knowledge of technology. And after her story gets published, she was able to share that story across the web, not only allowing Fossil now to tap into her social connections, but also helping them to drive traffic and engagement. And Fossil now knows who their real advocates, brand enthusiasts, and ambassadors are. And of course, WhichBox is responsive. It works across any and all devices and platforms. And what also sets us apart from any other technology that lives in that digital media and content space is that WhichBox was built from the ground up for social, user-generated content, and digital publishing. So all the other tools and platforms that are out there either only do incremental parts of what WhichBox does, content at all. Social networking technologies and community platforms are mostly built for customer service and support. And we just talked with Lithium last week, and rather than actually looking at them as a competitor, it turns out they may be a really great integration and reseller and channel partner. So in other words, WhichBox saves brands huge amounts of time and real money because they don't have to assemble a plethora of different technologies to get something that may get close to what we can do for them. And we make it easy. We're a software as a service platform, and we charge a implementation and setup fee as well as monthly licensing and services fee. That means fast and quick deployment. According to McKinsey, the market for social technology platforms like WhichBox is big, $67 billion. And even if we look at our initially addressable market at advertising agencies that we are interested in for channel and reseller relationships, global B2B and B2C brands, nonprofits, trade associations, and niche publications, we're talking about a $4.8 billion opportunity per year. We already have an interesting lineup of customers and pipeline. Fossil is one of our customers. We're getting ready to launch 3 publications for the Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're doing a project for Xterra Extreme Sports, are working with Hagar and the Custom, and a couple of companies I can't quite talk about yet in public. Our team has deep domain expertise in digital media, content, entertainment, marketing, and advertising. I have spent more than 20 years in the publishing, entertainment, and media industry. Patrick Seaman, our COO and CTO, was Mark Cuban's employee #1 and helped him build AudioNet into broadcast.com. Jason Boring has a background in television and video production and is a formidable programmer and developer. And my co-founder, Jenny, worked at Prime Media and later at Tribal DDB. So if you'd like to know more about us or see a real-life demo, see us after this presentation and join us to revolutionize the way brands build real, genuine, and authentic relationships with their customers. Thank you.
We're going to go into break right now. How was that? That's the first 7 companies. Let's do a round of applause. We're going to take a 15-minute break, and Red Bull has some products in the front. So thank you, Red Bull.